Welcome, everybody, to Campaigns and Concoctions, where we are a bunch of boisterous bandits who like to drink and play TTRPGs.
Okay. My favorite. Woo!
I like that one. That one was pretty good. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure of cooperative storytelling. If you want to interact with us, please click the link in the show notes with all of our interwebby things. Instagram, I know we are growing leaps and bounds on Instagram, and I'm very, very grateful for it. The Discord, while sometimes it seems empty, if you don't notice, if you post something out there, one of us will respond to it. We're not super active because mostly we get along in the group text that we have, because that's how we've been doing this for like 6 years. So Discord is not always the best place for us. We're not the best at it. But if you go ahead and just post something in there, man, I know you guys are listening out there. I see the matrix, and it makes me happy. So, but thank you as always. We really hope that you are enjoying what we're doing. I know we're having fun. I think this is a really great game. I think everyone's been on the top of their game lately. So for that, I say thank you to the guys, and I thank you to you all for listening. But with that all being said, unless anyone has anything, I think we don't. Actually, Curtis has something.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to go to Balmer Peak Distillery in Lakewood the last 2 nights, actually. And I was there, and I was hanging out with bartender James and bartender Michaela, and they told me that after I'd ordered a drink, they said, tomorrow we're going to be doing a movie night, and it's going to be Jurassic Park. So they do, like every few weeks, they have movie nights where they set up a projector outside and they make themed cocktails to go along with their drinks, or to go along with the movie. So they had 3 Jurassic Park themed cocktails. And man, I had a fantastic time just chilling, eating popcorn and drinking drinks out on their porch. You should definitely go ahead and do it. They also have a solstice party on the 24th of June. So if you can go to Balmer Peak on the 24th of June, they're going to be having a party.
Go ahead, sorry.
Tonight is one of the drinks that James made me. It is a gin old fashioned. It has 2 ounces of Balmer Peak Outback gin. It has 2 dashes of Angostura, 2 dashes of orange bitters, a bar spoon of agave syrup, a bar spoon of honey syrup, and a lemon expressed and twisted and rubbed around the rim. But I didn't drop it in.
Nope.
So I'm going ahead and drinking that tonight. So just wanted to give another shout out to Balmer Peak for being a good friend of the pod.
And if you want to talk to their distiller, Distiller Austin is a member of the Discord server, so you can chat with him. We have talked to him. I unfortunately haven't been able to interact with them because I'm over here on the Western Slope. But it seems like squared away. Everyone loves their products, so go ahead, support them, support local guys. Any other drinks that we've got?
Yeah, we have 2 other drinks. I made a tea punch shrub. So this is 2 ounces of Hendrick's gin, 3/4 of an ounce of Dolan Vermouth Blanc, and 3/4 of an ounce of a shrub that I made. It's a Chinese 5-spice cherry blossom shoyu shrub with champagne vinegar. There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on in there. Basically, the chef de cuisine at my bar, I walked up to him, asked him if he had anything obscure in the kitchen, and he was like, we've got this cherry blossom shoyu that we don't use for anything. Have at it. And so I used the entire bottle. It's like a $30 bottle of shoyu. I made about 2.5, maybe 3 liters of shrub that I think came out really nice. And then me and one of my coworkers, Benjamin.
Shout out to Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin's a fucking G unit. He helped me make a Chinese 5-spice syrup out of fresh spices and fresh ginger root. And then we combined the 2 with some champagne vinegar and made this shrub. It's quite nice. If you don't know what a tea punch is, it's pretty easy. You build in glass. You cut a citrus shoulder, whether it be lemon, lime, grapefruit, whatever you want. Citrus shoulder. Drop it in the bottom. Squeeze it and drop it into the bottom of the glass. Put some cracked ice on top of it. It works best with cracked ice. So take like a large cube and smack the shit out of it with a spoon, with a bar spoon. And that'll crack it up nice and easy for you. Drop that in, and then you generally want to be around 3.5-ish ounces of total liquid volume going into it, and then stir it in the glass. So it's a pretty tasty cocktail. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm proud of the shrub. And then I did a sake based cocktail as well. This was 2 ounces of a sorry, I can't remember what the name of the sake is. It's the Hakushika Junmai Ginjo sake, which is a filtered sake generally served cold. Did 2 ounces of that. Did 3/4 of an ounce of plum wine, Japanese plum wine. 1/2 ounce of Slivovitz plum brandy, and 1/2 ounce of the Ume plum liqueur with some lemon juice, 3/4 ounce lemon juice. Shake that up and strained it into a glass, and it turned out pretty dang good, I think.
Awesome. Well, those all sound quite tasty, especially the gin old fashioned. I'm gonna have to try that as someone who is now starting to explore gin a little bit more. So
it's super good.
So thank you for that, gentlemen. But now, the last time that we got together, the party returned from the obscure north of Wudan and returned to Talcabahad, where they sought out payment and to return the mortar and pestle to the Three Sisters. They returned to the bar, the first bar that they went to in the town. They found a table of people who were able to give them the ability to send a message non-magically. They sought out some more information, just kind of gathered, talked to people while Sark tailed the messenger. The messenger kind of disappeared into the central facility of the ruling order here in Talcabahad. They returned later with messages, and everyone returned to the ship the next morning is when the council member, I know that's not the right term. Where are my notes?
Proctor?
Yes, that's it. Proctor. Yasmina showed up, took possession of the mortar and pestle, and also in return gave you a metric fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
and then after that, the party returned to ship, and it turned its way towards Rügen, a couple of days' journey away. So at this point, it is the Shirlene is slowly, because it was docked in one of the airship docks. It was never back in the water. As it took off, it just kind of made a gentle spiral as it began to raise its altitude to its cruising altitude, and then turned to the south.
Morgan?
Yes.
Can you please describe how the sails on the Shirlene look for us?
Sure. So from basically the gun deck up, the ship still retains its traditional 3-masted appearance. The sails, it's typical. Just imagine a traditional large, like the Dauntless in the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? That big, huge sails, right? However, on the bottom half, once the hull exits the water, 2 large extensions in the front, in the front of the ship, and 2 in the rear, smaller ones. They cast out, and kind of almost bat wing like sails drop down, and that is how they steer within the air.
Because they don't have a rudder.
Yep, because the rudder doesn't work.
Got it.
So that is how it looks. As the ship turns to the south, is there anything that anyone would like to do right now?
What time is it?
Mid-morning.
Mid-morning. No, I'm good.
At this point, everyone's awake because if y'all recall, Elle was dragged out of bed early in the morning.
It's the only way to get him up.
There.
So, at this point, there was one thing that I forgot on the that you guys would probably, your characters remember. There was a off to the west or the east as you were returning south from your excursion to the north of Wudan. There was a massive electrical storm. If y'all remember that.
Yeah, it was green lightning.
Yeah.
Green lightning, yeah. So I don't know if you guys had thought about. I just wanted to remind you that I know that you guys talked about it a lot. So I just wanted to make sure I reminded you. That's something that your characters would remember. So.
Thank you.
I think Sid's gonna seek out Sark. I guess you'd probably be in the nest, I presume, most likely.
No, we are sitting in port at the time, so we weren't flying. So,
Sark, what do you think about? I know we've had some conversations about fate and just these odd occurrences seem to be following us everywhere. Like what, as the creature or thing you are, like what do you take as these out of place incidents occurring to us?
my line of work, it's not that out of place for a lot of the stuff we've been doing. It's just out of the spaces I'm used to working in.
So do you think it's more that we're seeking it out or that it chose you? Like how do you rationalize it?
I got offered a job. They pay more than I'm used to, so it makes sense that there's weirder things going on. Or weirder is kind of... When you meet my boss, you'll understand why weird is relative. Since at this point you're gonna meet the boss, it'll be fun.
So everything is relative. Like there's always a compare and a contrast.
I woke up in a coffee table.
Your whole existence has been unexplained.
Yeah. Like, when you start there, the mundane seems weird.
That's a good line.
Everything seems weird after you're born in a coffee table box.
That might be a shirt.
Like I guess my life hasn't been mundane, but it's been something I'm used to, and I guess this is just out of the norm for me. I mean, I'm not exactly. And Sid kind of looks down at her chest, status quo, I guess.
Sid, go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
Much better than last time.
Hey, I'll take it. Insight. It's flat 13.
Okay. So even like as you're having this discussion with Sark, you do kind of think back to some of the conversations you had right after you retired from your service, right? And as out the it's not just your journey that kind of had you your search for your teammate that had you leave. It's also the fact that as you began to discuss more and more often with the civilian population of the legation of Crypsis, that your life was weird to them. Like the things that you took for normal and happens normal occurrence became a thing of wonder and awe for the average person that you would meet. And so you're as you think about it and you have these because granted the current situations that you have been in have been a little bit outside the scope of what you would consider normal. It's all relative to your lived experience.
Right.
I've been having that conversation a lot lately at work.
It's so true.
I just want to point out a little insight onto our table. Nate puts all of his dice on the table with one below the top level roll. And I put all of my dice on the table at the maximum level that they can roll.
And Jared is trying to use his curse.
Jared makes a pile.
Well, right now they're all 20, though, which I normally don't do.
I also put mine at the maximum they can roll.
Yeah, because you got to train them to roll right.
That's right. Yeah.
You gotta leave something to aspire for.
I
If you give them the highest number all the time, they stop working for it.
I agree.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah. It's just interesting.
So there you go, Sid, as you have that conversation with Sark and you continue to dwell on the space of the last couple of months, that while it's a little bit outside the bounds of your norm, it's still it's all a contextual thing.
Sark kind of leans against the rail with one more thing. He's like, money is power. And we're now operating in a different field of power. And as you move through the ranks of power, things change, just as you move through the ranks of money. Society's different when you have a lot of money.
And so I think Sid's taking that in. I guess I experienced that as I climbed through the ranks of military. My perception of it changed, and I had to readjust to who my equals were and who I was in charge of and responsible for. So I get that to an extent.
So as the Shirlene begins to set sail and heads southward, the crew begins to just go about their daily business, and many of the repairs that were necessary as they were fighting off the small creatures that would attack them during what for you was a day, and for them multiple days away as you were exploring the in-between. So the repairs to the ship begin, and if there is nothing else, I figure we'll probably fast forward a little bit, if that's all right with y'all.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Patrice would be on the carpenter crew, fixing anything.
Mm-hmm. So with that, go ahead. Oh, I want you to roll.
D100?
Hold on, let me look real quick. That's probably what it's going to be, but yeah, go ahead. D100.
75.
Okay. While not of the same skill as the carpentry crew that have been working on the Shirlene for many a year, your competence and your experience in Haven shows. and the work is deemed as adequate as you work through it. And at no point does anyone have to repair or cover any or redo any of the work that you did. You, as the days continue on and the work continues, there is a small light of respect beginning to come your way. They're like, "Oh, this guy, he may be odd, but he's competent. He knows what he's doing."
Treese has a little extra bounce in his step.
It's about, I believe it's a week's worth of travel from Rügen to Rügen. The skies are relatively clear. There seems to be, as you look south and it continues to grow, not because it's getting bigger, but because you're getting closer, you see that there seems to be kind of a continuous storm over close to where the equator would be. It seems that it's getting that time of year where there's just constant storms that it just happens. For those of you who are sailors, you do know that this is a fairly common occurrence in like the summerish time as you operate. Or that, I mean, it's the equator, so it's not really summer or winter, but like that, like monsoon season, right?
Mhm.
So that would be, I think sailors are Scald and SOA. So for you, it's not that disconcerting that you would see a storm like this. Both of you have operated it in it before. As you're about a day out, the captain asks that you attend him at his desk there on the rear quarter desk. And he is, as the 6 of you gather, he looks up and says, at this point, I believe that it is a good time for us to discuss our infiltration method. We have done this one before at this island, but I do want to double check and make sure that we are all on the same page before we move forward. So what is y'all's plan as we begin to get close to Rügen again?
We have the back, there's like a back way and a front way, right?
Yeah, there was like a minor dock.
Yeah.
If you think the risk is acceptable, having done it once before, I think we're gonna try the pirate dock again.
How quickly are we looking are we looking to run like we did last time fairly quickly?
Maybe.
Ideally, yes, but I doubt it's going to go the way we really want it to.
Okay. What is do I need to have some people on the dock ready to give you a little backing support as you guys come close?
It might be the case that you need a few hands to move product quickly.
How about a few with some crossbows?
That works too.
We can do that. All right. So I'm gonna have to land the ship in the water before we make our final approach, because go ahead.
I think I've learned a new trick that I think might be advantageous to a quick drop, and I wanted to discuss with Sark specifically how nimble are you? Like, if we got close to the ground, what would be an acceptable distance for you to be able to leap? You're very, very competent with stuff like that. I've seen you do impressive things.
Are you trying to throw Sark off the boat?
No, I'm trying to encourage Sark to jump off the boat and for us to follow him.
All right.
I mean, he has jumped off a second story before.
Like, how close can you get?
I haven't tested it. I don't know. Could probably do 50 feet at this point.
50 feet
Seems reasonable.
hanging from the cargo net. Would that be an acceptable height for the Shirlene to make a pass and a drop?
So the captain looks at you and goes, "Well, I can drop you, but I can't guarantee a swift recovery. That's my concern.
Understood. Maybe
Because
we.
unless we have a dock to tie off on, being afloat is in constant motion. You can't really anchor when you are in the air like you can in the sea.
Here's my thought is that we could do a drop, not at the dock, and then in a while, then you could dock yourself at the south dock, and we meet you there on our way out. That way, you're not waiting in one spot for an extended period of time, being vulnerable.
There's only two approaches to that. It's the trail we're going to take and the way
And the
passage out.
company town.
And the company town's on the other side of where we're going. So anything coming to the ship through that path has already gone through us.
Yeah.
And while I do appreciate your concern for the ship and its safety, let me reassure you that we are very competent in defending ourselves.
Oh, I more than know that. I have seen your crew in action, and they have proven themselves to be not only efficient but hardy.
And as you six are now my employer, it would behoove me to ensure that I can get you off as expeditiously as possible.
I still kind of want to try it at some point, though.
Oh,
I don't
definitely
know.
have to try
I
it
don't
at
know
some
what he's got
point.
going on, but it sounds fun if I get to jump at 50 feet.
If
We'll keep that in our back pocket then.
we'll work on it. We'll look at it. Maybe we'll talk about it as we make the trip down to Tinkermere. That's a good.
Oh, we could do a trial run. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I like that.
Not till we're at Tinkermere.
Yeah,
He doesn't float.
understood.
I've heard water still hurts at like 50 feet, just as an
He
FYI.
doesn't float, but he also doesn't need to breathe, so like he could just walk out.
I don't want to walk more than a day underwater.
Oh, I agree 100% with that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it might be better to jump into the water and then walk onto the beach, very Sark-like, stealthily.
I mean, a giant flying ship is not exactly stealthy.
Yeah, which is why I was thinking we could drop further away, but that's okay. Let's. I just wanted to put that out there as an idea.
Oh, I totally thought he was dropping us on the ground right by where we were going to climb in.
It's kind of what I was thinking too.
Anyways, Captain, yes, we're going to go to the dock. Hopefully not too long. We'll ponder our crazy schemes when we're not taking up your time. At least not without booze in front of you.
So at this point, he opens up one of the drawers of his desk, and he pulls out. He's got a map that also includes depths of Rügen, and so he tells Patrice to come closer. He says, "Son, I want you to take a look at this real quick. Do you see how drastically that these shelves dip off from the island? We're talking a long, long way down."
Understood.
Just something to think about. I understand that Sark here may not need to breathe underwater, but he does need time to walk somewhere. So perhaps, as you say, a little practice may come about. But I don't think this is the best time to try it first time.
100% agree.
So with that, unless you guys have anything else for Captain McKenzie.
No, I think we're pretty good.
Okay. he's going to he doesn't dismiss you, obviously. You guys are his boss, but he does say thank you for your time, and it's kind of a general, hey, I don't have anything else for you.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes back, and then he actually, locks everything up and goes back to the wheel, and he begins to set everything up. And you see his officers, his first and second mate, begin to come up to him, and they're working some things out. They're talking about stuff. Is there anything that any of you guys would like to do prep wise before you guys get started on all of this? Or are you guys feeling good about everything?
Prepping the picks and all the sacks that I bought in preparation for this.
Okay. Sounds good.
How many of those I have?
Are you still looking up stuff, Nate?
Yeah, I'm grabbing it and I'll have it so I know later.
Yeah, we'll get there. So as this day continues on, and the sun begins to set, Captain McKenzie has slowly turned the ship a little bit to the west. So, or not to the west of the heading that you were on. You'd kind of slowly moved kind of to a southeasterly heading as you were making towards Rügen. And the captain slowly begins to kind of turn a little bit more towards the west. And then as the night goes on and the six of you awaken the next morning, at this point, you are just barely above the water. And very quickly, the lower sails swing back in and the sails pop, furl up and they latch in. And then the ship slowly caresses and lands in the water. As you look up, you can see the greenery of the island of Rügen. The captain slowly makes his way, and unlike last time, the waters seem to have been a little bit more becalmed than they were before. This approach is much simpler than the last time you were here. His knowledge of seamanship, for those of you who are sailors, is quite apparent at this point, as he almost like drifts the ship into the dock. So in this time, instead of coming in and facing the island like last time, he has actually got the ship so it's facing out. So if for any reason that there needs to be a hasty exit, it's a little bit quicker than the last time. An anchor is set. The plank is laid down here on the old rickety dock, the old pirate's dock. The captain sends out 3 with crossbows, and also those crew who are not needed, who are ready to bring items aboard as needed. He looks at the 6 of you and says, "Well, we are here. I wish y'all the best of luck, and I'll see you when I see you." And I think right there we're going to take our first break because it's a good stopping point, and then we'll roll up here in just a few moments. So thank you, and we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Campaigns and Concoctions. I have absolutely nothing pithy to say like I have in the past, so we're just going to roll with it. What are we drinking, fellas?
I made an equity parts margarita. An equity parts margarita is inspired by the way that John likes his drinks. It's 3 ounces of tequila. It's 2 dashes of Angostura, 2 dashes of orange bitters,
Oh, yes.
5 drops of saline, into a glass with a little squirt of lemon from a wedge, and then you rub the wedge around the rim, and then you stir the drink down in the glass, assembled in the glass. You put the wedge back on it, and then you enjoy. If everybody says it's a tequila old fashioned, tell them no. It's equity parts.
Yeah, it's an equity parts
margarita. It has all the elements of a margarita.
That's right.
In equity parts.
In the equitable amounts. Right.
And make sure you use a reposado or an añejo tequila.
Yeah.
Jobin would be a waste.
Yeah.
But the other drink that I made, I want to call Plum on Plum, which is a Manhattan variant made with 2 ounces of Slivovitz, 1 ounce of what was the name of the liqueur, the plum liqueur?
Ume. Yeah.
Ume plum liqueur, and 2 ounces, and then 2 dashes of Peychaud's. Stir it up, really and then drop a Luxardo cherry into the bottom of your glass like it was a Manhattan. And that's what I made.
I mean, plum on plum is pretty good, but purple parasol just screams.
Ooh, that's kind of nice
I like
too.
it. Nah.
I approve. Purple parasol.
Purple parasol it is. And if it was going to be plum on plum, it had to be PLUM on PLUMB.
Well, plum on plum, only if it's a rectangular glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the next session we'll make one.
Yeah.
Instead of using Peychaud's, we'll use plum bitters.
There you go.
What else we got?
I'm gonna call this the lolly. It's 1.5 ounces pineapple juice, 3/4 ounce lime juice, 1 ounce overproof rum, and then 1 ounce of the rum agricole, and then we got a dash of grapefruit bitters, and then 1/2 ounce of the lilac syrup, which probably just gets lost, so you can probably just use a simple syrup. Arcane syrup would be great. Yeah, it's delicious.
It's very good.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then I made also like much closer to a Manhattan kind of Manhattan riff where I just did Redemption Rye and Cynar. So two parts Shinar. Two parts rye, 1 part Shinar, and 3 dashes of Peychaud's, and an orange twist.
It's super tasty.
It's great.
It's like a nicely bitter black Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I approve.
It's good.
And that's it, Morgan.
All right. Well, at this point, the ship has landed. As if you recall, for you listeners, it was only about 30 seconds ago. For us, it was 25 minutes. The captain has placed a few of the ship's crew out there as kind of a last line of defense with some crossbows, and these are big, heavy crossbows. These are not just like little ones, and as well as a few of the crew are ready to assist you in bringing anything back that you're going to bring. The 6 of you walk down the plank to the dock, and what are you guys doing?
Infiltrating.
Headed for the hole that we climbed in last time that connected to the mines.
Yep. Excuse me.
Sark goes to start half jogging and then remembers who he's with and just starts walking again.
Yeah.
Skeleton's definitely taking a leisurely stroll.
So, unlike last time, it's not difficult for you all to find an entrance into the cavern. As you kind of retrace your steps from that month or so ago, you walk down and find the T intersection that you came across. There were small amounts of residuum that were there when you were there the first time as you were looking for the particular staff. But in this case, now you all are looking for residuum itself. But in the quantities that you all are interested in, this pathway seems to have been tapped out. So you're going to have to do a little bit of exploration to see if you can find a vein of residuum.
Yeah. Sark was prepared for this, going the opposite way that we went last time. towards what we assume is the active mining section.
Okay.
And I want to take the lead and start moving stealthily 10, 15 feet in front of everyone else.
Okay. Is everyone else going to attempt to move quietly and stealthily as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and make some stealth checks, please.
Are we in low lighting?
It is dim light, yeah.
I have advantage. Sneaky Ama.
All right. Stealth. No, this is the
Oh, not bad. I got a 17.
Okay.
It's going to be really
I got a
fun.
26.
Okay.
This is going to be really funny.
Hold on, let me check. Patrice got a 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sark's gonna make up for it.
Sid is at a 17.
Okay.
5, 7,
Sark's sitting pretty at a 14.
Ooh,
Oh, fuck.
You're very pretty.
Would you roll a 2?
Six. I mean,
All right.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I don't have advantage.
that's fair.
Is this based on us moving silently?
Yeah.
One of my wondrous items that I made today is the Boots of Elvenkind, because we're sneaking.
Okay.
So I have advantage if it's based on moving silently.
That's
Just if you wouldn't mind in the future, just give me a quick text so I know what you've got.
Alright.
I'm not gonna argue with you because you've got as long as you purchased the items, I'm not gonna just so I know.
yeah.
That's one of the class
That's fair.
abilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that's an artificer thing. I just want to make sure that.
I just have to have shoes on to turn them into that.
Pretty baller.
Oh, okay.
I get it once per long rest. That's better. That is.
This is a 14, isn't it?
That's a. Oh, that is a 14.
Yeah. I was like, that ain't better.
So that is a 19 for.
Okay.
Well,
What's your so Sark is in the front. What's the rest of your guys' marching order?
I'll be right behind Sark.
Okay.
Keep L in the middle. SOA is in the back, right? Or Sid back guard. Sid is back guard.
Sid's rear guard. Yeah.
And then I'm in front of Sid, and then SOA is more up front.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a group check. So that's always nice when you get one low roll like that. So as the 6 of you begin to make your way, like Sark has rolled forward a little bit, but he is very quiet as he is moving. But Sid, you notice that Patrice is really struggling with this. Like, this is obviously not something that he does a lot. And in your vast amount of experience, sneaking and peeking is a very, very important part of what you did with your time with the Legion. So you're able to kind of catch up to him as you watch him struggling, and you kind of give him some real quick tips on like, hey man, you need to be stepping with the ball of your feet. You need to be, not moving so heavy. Don't try to be quiet. Just walk. Those kinds of things that you had been gained from your years of experience as a special operator. So it starts off rough for Patrice, but eventually he begins to see how the more experienced people in here, and especially after getting that kind of quick talk through with Sid, Patrice eventually continues on more quietly than before. Not quite as good as the rest, but definitely not a hindrance to the party. I need Sark to make a investigation check to see if you can find anything going related to Residuum.
13.
Okay. The first probably about 500 feet of this tunnel is pretty plain and bare, right? So the walls are empty. You can see the marks where pickaxes has hit, and that stone and other things have fallen off the wall. About right there, you kind of start to see what look to be little caves or offshoots of tunnels as you are walking deeper in. I need you to now make a perception check for me, Sark.
21.
The second offshoot to the left, so this is the second one you come across, it's the first one to your left. You look in and you see kind of a greenish tinted glow that is emanating from within this cavern entrance.
Okay, I will move just past it and then motion for everyone behind me to go into that one.
Okay. Does everyone follow the suggestion?
Yes.
Yep.
So if you guys wouldn't mind getting on to roll 20. And then log into the Nicodeic, and is it the campaigns and concoctions? Roll 20.
Part is I should have done this at break because
It's okay.
we'll see if I remember my password quickly.
Whoops.
And then for you, family, as you are listening, I will take a screen grab of the map that we have so that y'all can see it and kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. This is the one time when groups like Critical Role will always kind of have a little bit of a better, because with the live stream.
Oh, yeah. Just realized that I never added basically any of my spells to my quick attack page in Squire, and I have so many spells that I just never fucking use.
Not that I follow with the attack page.
No,
Unless I have to put something weird together.
that's
If I
fair.
want to double check my canon.
Okay.
Also, Square Pro, or the
Yeah, I love Squire Pro.
There we go.
Let's see. Spells.
Everything should still be set up well. You should be able to see it. I have bought some very cool maps, so we've got some really good stuff here.
We're all currently up in this corner.
we're in the corner.
Nice.
It's glowing green. What is the green glow?
We don't know yet. We haven't gone in.
Shh! Don't tell anyone. There's not a good. There's potentially Schrodinger's box of green glow.
It is Schrodinger's cave, right? So this is the current marching order that you have. So Sark is out there on kind of waving you in as the rest of you. So the encircled one is Skjald, then El, SOA, Patrice, and then Sid. So that's the order that we've got going. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Skald, as you enter the cave.
Please hold 1 second.
I will say this is my one chance to publicly bitch to the universe on this podcast that I miss my old virtual tabletop. Astral tabletop was amazing. I loved it. I miss it. I wish that you guys hadn't gone under because it was so much easier to use.
I'm going to be at an 18 on perception.
So as you walk in, you see in front of you what looks to be stalagmites. Those are the ones that are coming up from the ground.
Yes.
Correct.
So that have been kind of chopped off. As you look here in the center of the room, you can see those kind of flat areas that are up here. That let me get the right spot. Like right there, as you can see my pings. Those have been chopped in half, and they've kind of flattened areas about waist high on a traditional humanoid size, some boulders, and then what you see is these glowing orbs that are popping up. And what it looks like is it's almost like melting stone or lava that has come up and kind of bloomed into like a mushroom shape. And that is what's giving off the glow. And as now everyone starts to come in, this is now what you are seeing, this glow. You do see a couple other offshoots that are looking around, or that are around in this cave. Anyone who would like to can make an Arcana check to see if you can recognize what this green glowing thing is.
Yeah, I'm proficient. Fuck. This is magic dice.
It's going to be a 17 with
Nice!
0.
Oh, never mind.
What do you think that was?
I thought I saw the 2.
Okay.
Sorry.
17, you said?
17, yeah. Plus 0, not proficient.
I got drink, motherfuckers, drink.
Not right. Nice.
Oh!
That one.
Not a happy
I'm not
one.
drinking
Nope.
alert today.
At all?
No.
Was that a 1?
Yeah.
One for a grand total of 9.
I drank a lot of Malort yesterday. Alright, fine.
Is it our Arcana, or do we have to be proficient?
No, you don't have to be proficient.
9.
Okay.
You got a 15.
Yeah, it still tastes good.
15, okay.
She is proficient.
Equity parts margarita covers it up pretty well.
Patrice?
Patrice got a 8. Flat 8.
Okay. So surprisingly, Sark, are you still hanging outside? Are you not rolling?
Yeah, I'm not rolling.
I just want to double check. So surprisingly, Scald is the only one who actually recognizes this as unrefined residuum.
Hey guys, that's unrefined residual.
And it is a lot. You can see so that in the grid that is a 5-foot square, and that's how much is sitting here, right? That is starting to come out of the ground.
I think we should just take this stuff, Sark.
Sark pulls off one of the 2 pickaxes from his back and a handful of bags and just...
I take them. I toss one to Patrice.
Patrice grabs a pickaxe.
I toss one to Al. I toss one to Sid.
There's
I turn-
2 pickaxes and lots of sacks.
Oh, okay.
Sark, you should make sure there's nothing creeping up on us.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to hand
and
me
you
the
should
pickaxe,
too, SOA.
I'm just gonna
Sid?
hold up my hammer.
Alright.
Sid is also going to take point to like.
No, I hand Sid a pickaxe.
He's pretty strong.
She is very strong.
Yeah.
He also has good push ups.
So who is going to be working? So it's Sark and SOA who
They're on protection, and
Okay.
the 4 of us are
I'll be
mining.
pickaxe. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
mine. That kind of makes sense for.
I'm sort of supervising the mining activities.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I need
Like, hey, look, that's a big spot right there.
Sid, L, and Patrice to go ahead and make strength checks for me, please.
Nat 20!
Motherfucker drink.
My dice is making me happy today.
I told you it's not a whole campaign thing, dude. It was just purely one night.
It's a.
And then you go and totally redeem yourself.
I have a new superstition. So
We've had 2 of those tonight. Earlier, Dustin had a net 1.
so that's a total of 22 for Sid.
Okay.
Nice.
I have a -1 strength.
It's your backstory too.
So I got Patrice got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 10.
So Elle and Patrice just kind of start hacking at like the base, and so it's really thin at the base, and then it begins to open up into kind of this bulb, and you just kind of start hacking, and it takes you to a while, but eventually you guys break at it. But then you look over and you watch Sid just take one smooth stroke, like she seems to know exactly where to hit, and just breaks off a solid piece. Each of these probably weigh about 65 pounds.
Oh.
So we can fit about half of one in each sack.
How many sacks do we have?
I've got 20.
Okay, cool.
And a bag of holding.
Also that.
Did we make enough room in the bag of holding?
Bag of holding doesn't have that much in it.
Also,
Excellent.
do we know what happens if you put residuum in a bag of holding?
Not yet.
All right, well. As I always say, you only live twice.
Do we have enough money for a resurrection spell?
Nope.
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
Basically, every one of us has enough money for a resurrection spell. We're all financing our own resurrections. I want to be very clear about this. This is not coming out of a group fund.
My very two first campaigns I ran, I was very stingy with money unintentionally, and ever since then I throw money at players because I'm fucking sick of players wanting to buy stuff and they can't.
That's fair.
The problem with the resurrection spell is then you can't roll a new character.
That is true.
Only if
that
you
is
use
a
true
fallback.
resurrection.
Yeah.
Resurrection, you change race.
So we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
So you have filled 6 sacks of residual for about a total of about 195 pounds worth of residual. You could probably get 3 more of that size from where you're at right now.
Let's do it.
All right, strength checks, please.
It's like we're here to make money.
How do you spell residuum?
I guess.
Like residue?
Residium.
Residuum?
Residuum.
Do we know? Do we
Not
know
my
what
kind of manual
So
labor.
let me spell for you. It is
Close again.
RESIDUUM.
UUM.
Oh, I was
Okay.
so close. I did IUM.
Do we know what a pound of residuum is worth?
Refined?
Unrefined.
I think I actually do have that listed.
All right, cool.
Because of course you do.
Read it off, and then I will tell you if you're correct.
I have to for crafting.
Because this is something that's a little bit different for us here
Sure.
than the official ones.
Stop touching my dice, Jared.
What?
Oh God! I'm sorry, Curtis. 2111.
I got
It's
more
working
dice.
for me tonight.
I got more.
Dice curses travel. Okay.
You just get the
It's
stat bump.
level
So
10.
sorry.
Yeah, level 10. Yeah.
So okay, I'll just let you know. 1 pound of refined residuum
Yeah.
is 5,000 platinum.
Jesus.
But
So-
this isn't refined.
This is
What-
unrefined.
About 1,000.
So a pound of it'd probably be because it takes about 3 pounds of unrefined residuum to make 1 pound of it. So you're looking at a 3-to-1 ratio.
Like $2,000.
So that's the thing. So the thing is, remember we did talk about it briefly when you guys were in here the first time. Residuum can replace any component for any spell.
Yeah.
As long as you have the equivalents, right? So what makes it even more powerful is the fact that if to have a 500 gold piece diamond is huge, right? 500 gold pieces of residuum is just
Yeah.
yeah.
How many pounds did you say we've got?
You got about 195 pounds right now.
If we can go for another 95, that's a very lucrative trip, and it didn't take us a lot of time.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right, strength checks from you 3.
I already rolled. Right?
I think so.
Second or third strength check?
Second.
Okay.
Yeah, we already rolled that.
Yeah.
What did you get?
6.
I got 10.
15.
Well, you're not. Oh yes, it is. Sorry, my bad. I was looking at the wrong spot. So 15 for Sid, and what was it, Patrice?
10 for Patrice, 6 for Al.
L just cannot seem to hit it just right. It just doesn't. You're not able to get. You're able to get a couple of just chunks that come off, no more than about a handful, just because like you just can't seem to hit it right. For Patrice, it's kind of the same thing. Struggles, but eventually he pops off the size, the same size. It's a little bit smaller, probably about 60 pounds. Sid, not as well, but maybe by the third strike, you're able to get a chunk of about 70 pounds off. So you've got a 60 pounder and a 70 pounder, and maybe about 4 pounds from L, because it was a 6.
Yeah.
How many did you get the first time?
195.
Oh,
we're
geez.
at
Okay.
132.
I heard 6 pounds. I don't know where I got that from, but that's okay.
It was 60.
Oh, I got 60. Okay.
No, you got 70. Patrice got 60, and then L had 4.
We're at 229 pounds.
Okay.
I was sort of doing math before the second swing and was very distracted.
Yeah.
Did we finish up this vein?
There's still a little bit hanging there.
Have we, while they're like picking it up and putting it in bags and stuff, am I hearing anything coming down the cavern?
Make a perception check for me, please.
How much did you say?
What about Esway?
Yeah, can I make one as well?
Yep, go ahead.
19.
18.
You do not.
Okay. 229.
229. Another 34.
That's 1 night. No,
We were at 195 already.
it's
We're at
329.
Three.
It's 199 plus 130. So yeah, it's 3.
Okay.
I need Scald. What is your passive perception?
Passive is 15.
Okay. So Sid, L, and Patrice, you guys are working, so you guys aren't really perceptoing, whatever that word coming out of my mouth is struggling.
Perceiving.
No, I like perceptoring better.
Perceptoring.
That might be my favorite new word.
But Scald, you are beginning to hear a few things coming from the opening on your left as you look. So as you're looking at it, there's a wall in front of you. You've got Patrice, Elle, and Sid that are working on this thing, and then there's a slight opening to the left. You're not quite sure what it is, but it sounds like maybe some pebbles falling down a hill, or something to that effect.
I kind of tell them to keep up the good work and start to quietly work my way over towards that opening to take a look.
Okay, so if you look here on the map, if I can get this thing to work, here we go. Why are you not working there? I got that one. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Hold on. I'm on the wrong layer.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. So you get right about here to where Sid is. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh, goody. I don't know what they are, but there's lots of them.
So as that happens, I need everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative. So these guys are coming out of that entrance. So we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative, and then we'll see where we go from there.
I am going to, as soon as I see them, I'm going to say something. Like, do they look like they saw us?
Yes.
Yeah.
More for
If they saw us, I just shout, "We've got company," and immediately summon my blade into my hand.
Can I get a
I think it's
paper
an
towel?
80-20 roll.
Also, before the fight happens, you hear Scald in the back of your head a kind of deep, sultry, feminine voice that says, it starts off that way. It says in the deep, sultry, feminine voice, and it starts to say, "The power has increased. My promise to you continues. And as that sentence goes, it starts kind of sultry and feminine, and then goes to kind of a more effeminate male, and then slowly into kind of a deep boom, and then ends back into that sultry feminine voice.
Excellent.
And then, so go ahead. I think it's a spell slot for you. Go ahead and cast. What was that spell that it was again? What was it?
Shadow Sword.
Shadow Sword.
Shadow Blade.
Shadow Blade. So as you draw your first blade, the second one, that it shocks you as it pops into your hand.
Oh yes.
Okay, anyone above 20? Holy crap.
Yeah.
What do we got?
We got 21.
For L.
Okay. 15 to 20.
18.
19.
Residuum is crackling.
10 to 15.
I got a 14.
This is about to be nasty, dude.
Patrice got a 13.
I'm gonna fuck these dudes.
What do you got, Sid?
I got a 6.
Okay.
13.
13.
Right. So right there, I think that's another good place. We're going to go ahead and take our second break. And then when we get back, we're going to start into this fucking fight. So, ooh, here we go, motherfucker.
Oh yes, we are.
There's a group of 7 of them.
Welcome back to Campaigns and Concoctions, where every single one of us agree that the process of making a drink doesn't need to be pretty. The drink needs to be pretty.
Damn right. Damn right.
Fuck those flagrant drink makers. I don't know what to call them. They're
John Cruises.
Yeah, I don't need a cruise. Yeah.
okay. So before we roll into everything, SOA, I believe this was before you rolled into the cave. You cast Armor of Agathis on yourself.
Yes, I did.
So we just wanted to make this clear for you listeners. And then there's a little bit of role playing stuff that's going to happen. So as Scald yells, "We've got company." This guy here in the upper left corner.
You want to switch this over to roll 20?
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yes.
Oh,
upper
sorry.
left corner.
We need to do drinks first before we get into this. I almost forgot. Drinks.
It's because we're drinking drinks. That's why
Yeah.
I forgot.
So do it.
I kind of stuck with the Manhattan riff thing because I'm feeling it. So I made what I'm calling the Margahattan. And so I did it was 2 parts reposado tequila. Might be a little bit better with Neho, but reposado is what we had around.
Yeah.
And then 1 part Aperol, 3 dashes of orange bitters, and a lime wedge.
It's fucking delightful.
And it's very tasty.
It's super tasty.
Yes,
It is an excellent cocktail.
it is wonderful.
Stupid pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah,
very
the
pretty.
colors, the
such a
colors,
bright
Colors,
orange.
cranberry, and lime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like
It's like the colors you would think of when you get a drink at Sonic.
Right? It really is kind of.
Yeah.
It's like their fucking raspberry limeade or some shit.
Yeah,
you know?
whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is gorgeous.
All right. What else we got?
I made a drink that John made for me at Hey Kiddo the
That's
other
true.
night. So I'm not going to remember the template as well, but I remember that there was 1.5 ounces.
1.5 ounces of mezcal.
There was 3/4 of an ounce of your
the
5-spice cherry blossom shoyu shrub,
champagne
vinegar
shrub.
Yeah, whatever that is. Which is like I looked up shrubs, the difference between shrubs and tinctures, and one other thing this week. And the main difference is that a shrub has vinegar in it.
All shrubs have vinegar.
So this is like a salty-ish, acidic type of flavor that
shoyu is basically fancy soy sauce. And this shoyu is made from cherry blossoms. There's actually a full cherry blossom in the bottle when I poured it. And then, so what a shrub is it's a vinegar-based concoction solution, if you will, right?
with fruits and vegetables, and spices.
Vegetables, spices, sugar, and vinegar. And the shoyu is both sweet and salty, so that was both my sugar and my vinegar portion. I'm sorry, my sugar and my salt portion, rather. And it is distilled in a similar fashion to the way that vinegar is made. But then I added the champagne vinegar in as well to increase the acidity. And then
with Benjamin, shout out to Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin and I made a 5-spice syrup, which we put in there, and it was a 1-to-1 simple syrup with the 5 spices. I can't remember: ginger, star anise, Szechuan pink peppercorns.
So there's half an ounce of that in here.
Yeah, there's also a half an ounce of the 5-spice syrup itself,
adding sweetness and a little bit
more spice. Yeah.
And then I decided that I wanted it to have a cherry in it to follow the Manhattan theme, so I dropped a cherry in as a garnish. I also took the cap of the lime that John did sliced off, and I spritzed it onto the glass and rubbed it around the rim, and I balanced it right on the edge. I think we got a picture that'll be up on Discord.
And that was a very good touch. I think that worked really well.
It's really nice. Yeah. Like this is one of my favorite drinks I've ever had. And
that was really good.
I think that's one of the best drinks tonight.
Yeah.
And then I made a mezcal fizz in the fashion of a gin fizz. So it was 1.5 ounces mezcal, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 3/4 ounce of yellow chartreuse, about 1/4 ounce of agave, and an egg white. Shake the ever-loving shit out of that. First dry shake and then wet shake. And then I strained it into this cucumber mint sparkling water that Nate brought over. It actually, the water was what made me want to make the drink. This fucking Target brand cucumber mint sparkling water is so fucking good that I was like, I need to make a fizz just so I can use this water in this cocktail. So yeah, buy a fucking case of this shit at Target, I guess. Not that I usually shout out large evil corporation chains, but this shit's delicious.
Okay, so there's our drinks, family. Sorry for the mix-up. I got really excited for the fight. So, to go back to where we were, so as Skald is yelling out, "Hey, we've got company," which I need Sark and SOA to roll perception checks to see if you hear. Skald, what you're going to see if you're looking here at the map, take a peek here. You see the movement there?
Yeah.
That guy, he lets out this blood-curdling screech and reaches into his just kind of his clothing and pulls out something and throws it to the ground, and as it hits, it explodes, and there is kind of like, it's almost like an alarm as it begins to shriek. So actually, you guys don't even need to make the perception check as I'm talking about this. You hear it start to emanate through the tunnels as well.
Awesome.
So there is an alert. So you guys are on now borrowed time. So as we have rolled initiative, we're going to go ahead and start at the top with 21, which is L. And also, so the Residuum stuff directly to the north of you guys here is that you can move through that because you guys have removed all of that Residuum.
How far away is the closest one from Sid? I can't tell exactly.
10 feet. 10 feet from Sid.
Okay.
There we go. I have to remember how to use the program. Yeah, right? It's been a while since I've used it.
Oof.
Great job on drinks tonight, guys.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Pretty
fucking solid.
delicious, each one of them.
know what I'm doing.
Those one?
Hellos.
Morgan, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding and go, yeah, I can do that too, and pull out a potion and throw it at him.
Nice.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
And that's gonna be the potion that I made with a Wraith Beard.
Okay.
Okay.
So each creature within 5 feet of the point of impact must succeed on a DC 12 Dexterity save.
Amazing.
Where exactly are you putting that?
Throw it to get as many in the back row as I can.
The back. So if you put it there, you can get 6 of the 7.
Damn.
Yeah.
So like right there where I'm pinging.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll put that there, and they need a what?
Dex save.
DC 12.
Okay. So we've got. So we're gonna go top left to right. We have a 24, a 13. That is a D12, so that didn't count. We have an 8, a 16, a natural 1, drink, motherfucker, drink, motherfucker, drink, and then a 9.
Oh, all of them.
So I believe only a couple succeeded.
Red and the natural 1 failed. I didn't hear the last one.
I think the last one's a 9.
Yeah, that one was a fail.
Okay, so those 3 failed. The other 3
Yeah,
So
succeeded.
it's these, yeah. So it's these 2 here and this guy. So go ahead and
10 totally valid natural ones over the course of the campaign.
So the ones that succeeded
That
take
seems-
4 force damage.
4. Okay.
And they get jostled around a little bit. The ones that failed take 9 force damage and 8 fire damage and are now on fire.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yay!
Beautiful.
What happens to the ones that did succeed?
Took
They took
4 damage because
yeah.
they got knocked around a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're on fire.
Yes.
Does that do anything?
They take 1d6 fire damage on their turn.
Okay.
They succeed in a DC 15 Dexterity save to extinguish the flame.
Okay. Cool. Anything else that you would like to do, L?
Patrice's behind me, so I'm going to take a couple steps away from the residuum.
To the bottom.
Yeah.
Like
Just-
there.
Out of Patrice's line of fire.
Okay. I moved you 10 feet to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next up is going to be the guy who threw the stone. He is going to move right here. And
Shield.
Sid, I need you to tell me odd or even.
Odd.
Okay. So he is going to attack Scald.
You do have 2 slots out currently.
And he is going to make 3 attacks with his spear.
Holy.
Oh boy.
This may be a running retreat.
Holy shit. Another natural 1.
Yay! Drink,
Drink, motherfucker, drink.
A 9 and a 21.
21 hits.
So you take 14 points of
Jesus.
Could have been 40.
piercing damage. And let me get a D100 because I got to roll for the natural. God damn it. he stabs himself.
It's impressive with the spear.
Where does he stab himself?
It's going to be a foot, but he's going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
It's like the spiked butt cap would look really
What is
cool
he?
on a spear.
What does this individual look like?
Human, male, just kind of looks like a traditional mercenary.
Got
I
it.
did put a lot of thought into the guys that you guys are going to slaughter, okay?
Not a problem.
So,
Out of curiosity,
humanoids.
Right.
did my quasi grenade kill whatever was screaming?
no,
Okay.
it's still alarming. So that is that guy's turn. Next up is going to be Sark.
Counting squares.
Just enough.
Yep.
Win.
No.
You don't even need step of the wind.
No, of course he doesn't.
God damn it.
I would if I didn't take a feat. So, if I cut the corner going south, I can get within range to Misty Step right underneath the yellow guy.
Which yellow guy? The one with the two swords or the one with the shield?
Shield.
Okay, perfect. I'll move you there.
So I go sprinting around the corner and realize I'm not gonna make it. And all I'm thinking in my head is faster, faster, faster. And I shake a little bit, and then there's a little bit of green smoke around me, and I appear where I was trying to go, and I go, "The fuck happened?" Anyways, and then I punch the guy in front of me.
Okay.
The fuck?
I'm gonna punch him, and I didn't see the guy that threw the rock, so I'm gonna punch the one in the farther back too. So the one to my left.
Yellow and greenish.
Technically, they're both yellow. At least that's what the description says when I have the stuff. So
That seems fitting. I'm confused at the moment, so one of them misses probably.
The blue one was first, so probably the yellow guy.
Yeah, the
Terrible.
guy I'm standing directly in front of, an 11.
that misses.
Okay. The second one's a 19.
That hits.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning. And I need a con save from him.
That's going to be a 15.
I think that fails now. Hang on. I gotta reread it because for some reason I didn't write that down in an obvious spot. Yes, it is. It's a DC 16.
Beautiful.
So he is stunned until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Beautiful. So that makes what I'm about to do even better.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, anything else you got?
Nope, that's all of my movement. Misty Step is a bonus action, and I punched twice.
And as perfect as it is Skald's turn.
Hell yes. I am pissed that this dude just stabbed me. So I kind of like grit my teeth and stare into his eyes with my one eye. And then I look over his shoulder and kind of do the like, oh, what's that? And then about 8 feet behind him, so right between the two yellow guys and towards the bottom of their squares, a void opens up and tentacles come swinging out and attempt to grapple everything within 10 feet of that point, which means everybody except for the purple dude on the far left.
So that right here.
Yep.
Does that
So,
include?
But
that
it does.
includes Sark.
Sark.
It
It
does.
goes creatures I choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sark's still maybe like,
Yeah, he's like, Jesus.
And they need to make a what save?
They need to make a, please hold, a strength saving throw against my spell save DC, which is 16.
Fuck you. So the red guy, he has a 16, so he saves.
It's
Everyone else fails.
nice. Nice.
Target-rich environment. Target's an opportunity.
Right?
Yeah. So they are grappled.
Yep.
So grappled just basically.
They can't move. They can fight, they can do everything else, but they can't. Their movement is reduced to 0.
Man, I
Sweet,
wish
that sounds good.
I'm now going to dance past Sid to put myself catty corner from Sark on the guy that attacked me.
Here.
Yep.
Perfect.
And I'm going to attack that guy with my Shadow Blade with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, also, is it dim light in here?
It is.
You get advantage on your attacks. You get 2 attacks.
Yep, I sure do. That's going to be 23 to hit on the first attack.
That hits.
And a 21 to hit on the second attack.
Hits.
All right.
Is it 2d8?
3d8 for each
3d8.
attack. $30 psychic damage.
Okay. Okay.
Now, an offhand, dual wielding attack is a bonus action, right? The second hand? No?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. An attack again
All
because
right.
you use your
Yeah, I
bonus
used my
action.
bonus action. Okay. So 30 psychic damage dealt as I take this blade that appears to be made of like swirling squid ink that's just in constant motion, but is also somehow, again, just a void in space like my Eldritch Blast is. And as I stab the guy, I sink my first shot into his heart, and there's no blood, but you can see in any exposed flesh, you can see tendrils of necrosis moving outward from where it was stabbed. And with the second stab, I stab him in the face, and you can see necrotic flesh growing across his cheek and basically like fogging his eye as the necrosis crawls across his face.
Okay. So next up is going to be this black fighter. That's not what they are. That's just the name of the tokens.
Yeah.
And then this yellow guy in front of Sark. So we're gonna do the dark one here first. He's gonna attack.
He's the only one that saved, right?
What's that?
The dark one is the only one that saved against the grapple.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. No, I take that back. He can't move because it was the red one who saved.
The red one, okay. Yeah, so the only ones that aren't grappled right now are the red one and the purple one.
So he's gonna, because he can't do anything, he doesn't have any ranged weapons attack. I believe he can make a strength saving throw to try and get out.
A strength, yes, I believe it is a strength saving throw.
Well, he succeeds, as that is a natural 20.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're out of drinks.
Oh, yeah, we are pretty much out of drinks.
Big for yourself.
I'll drink water.
Dustin does look here.
So I believe with that though he can't. Oh no, that's his action. So, but he can move. So he's gonna move,
18.
and that's all he's gonna do. This guy here is gonna the one directly to the north of Sark. He's not even gonna try and do anything. He is just gonna make his attacks.
He is on fire currently, too.
Yeah. So he has. What's the damage on that one?
1d6.
Yeah. Unless he takes an action to try to put it out.
Here,
No,
you-
you don't care.
It's 4 damage.
Okay. He's going to take a swing with his great axe on Sark. God damn it. Talk about extremes. That's a natural 1.
Hey! We're getting fucked up tonight.
That's 3 natural 1s and 1 natural 20 for me. So that's their turn. Next up is going to be SOA.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Okay. It's probably Morgan. Can you move me to where I can kind of like see everybody?
Wasn't the yellow guy gonna attack Sark?
I think it's about
He
20,
That was the
25
natural
feet of movement.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna, since I'm in dim light, I am going to use my armor to Misty Step to that square that's kind of like behind
Sark.
all of them.
Oh.
So like here?
Yeah, yeah, right there. Right
Misty
there.
Step is a 30-foot range.
Oh, is it only 30 feet?
Yeah, Misty Step is only. That's why I had to sprint as far as I did to get where I was.
So you can get to right next to where Patrice is.
I still have another
5 feet of movement, right?
yeah.
So that would put you, hold on. That would put you there. And then you could probably get to here. That would be 30. Hold on, let me do some measuring. 30 there. Yeah. So you could get to here.
Yeah.
I like the idea though.
Yeah, no.
You
Yeah.
could sprint and then get behind him if you really wanted to.
Right. I had a thing. I have a new thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah, you know what's funny is until Nate said something, I was going to let you do it.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I was going counting squares.
Gotcha.
So
Rule of cool, man. Rule of cool.
you can override me and just say, like, I'm just going based off of what I counted and knowing my rules.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Still couldn't make crap on those. Bitch.
Sorry, let me. I thought I had a plan. I'm really faster than this, y'all.
I'm sorry I read too much on rules.
You just
I would like to point out my turn taking
Adam.
so long is Nate's fault.
Yes.
I'll just bonus action dash up, kind of in between. I think 30 feet's like in between, like,
Yep.
like right by Sid.
Yeah.
There. So you can go to 1 square north and 1 square south. Like
Yeah.
there.
One down from there.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. And I will. Who hasn't gone yet? Who's close to them?
Sid and Patrice.
Yeah.
I'll inspire Sid. I thought about it. I had to think about it. I was like, hey, you know what? Who's rolling more d20s? Jared.
Alright.
All right, next up is Patrice.
Patrice is going to use Quicken spell, and he's gonna hurl a. Wait, hold on. I gotta be careful about this. No, I'm not. I'm going to Quicken a spell, and it's going to be Spirit Guardians, so I can cast it as a bonus action. So I'm going to use 2 sorcery points. And Spirit Guardians allows me to have a bunch of flying skulls that are kind of shimmery and gold and platinum. Now they're platinum.
Yeah.
They used to be gold, now they're platinum because we only deal in platinum.
We only
And I'm going to move directly underneath where the purple guy is that's in front of Sid.
Gotcha.
And Spirit Guardians, it affects a 15-foot radius, and they need to an affected creature, and it's creatures like any creature that's
Hostile.
their speed is halved within that area, and within that area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage, but it still is affected by the half movement speed. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to hurl a fireball.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to do some things. So you're gonna hurl it. Let's do fire. Let's deal with the fireball first.
Okay. So I'm going to position that so it's back into the corner with a 20-foot radius, so it just hits our buddies and Sark. But I'm gonna miss. Yeah, it's gonna out to Sark and that purple guy. And on that, I'm going to use some more sorcery points. I'm going to use one more sorcery points. It is 20
Radius.
It's 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so centered there.
And I'm going to use Careful
Also gonna
Spell.
hit you.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where that would be.
20 would hit you, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna if you hit everyone, you're gonna hit Sark and probably
Okay.
yourself.
Throw the fireball and then run in there.
I mean, I find it funny that you should do Careful Spell on you and hope that I roll my dex save.
Well, the thing is if you're trying to, because of the way that you guys are set up, you're not gonna hit every baddie, so you're gonna have to decide how you want to do this.
Okay. So I want to hit. So could I throw it before I ran in or not?
No, because at this point,
Okay.
because
That's fine. I'm going to hit myself then.
well, that means you're probably gonna hit Sark too.
Sark, that's acceptable.
Okay.
So yeah, and so off to the left where the blue guy is.
Actually, you know what? I figured it out. So if you go here, cast it here, you can hit everyone and not hit it.
Perfect. I'm okay with hitting everybody and Sark.
You won't hit Sark if you throw it there.
Okay.
You just can't.
So then
Curtis wants to hit Sark so he can use
I want to
Careful
hit
Spell
Sark
for
so
him.
I can use Careful Spell. I'm going to use Careful Spell anyway. I'm gonna cast that fireball, and fireball is 8d6s.
Dex save for.
God damn it! Another natural one.
Drink, motherfucker, drink.
Where did that go?
So the highest I have is 17. Does that save, Curtis?
For the record, Morgan,
17 is the highest. What's your DC?
my DC is 16.
Well, it's still only one saves. It's the 17, and that's this guy here. Everyone else fails.
Yes. And that's 28 damage, halved to
14.
for the other individual.
Ouch.
You were subtle.
And
And then
because I
shit
used
popped
a
off.
meta magic,
They threw something and started screaming.
Does it hit the screaming thing?
choose one creature who takes damage from the spell and has disadvantage on attack rolls and abilities from my outer essence shard.
Hold
So
on,
I'm
man. I'm doing math.
Got it.
Truth of every D&D game. There are always 10 minutes of hang on numbers.
Yeah, that means I do numbers.
Especially when someone throws something like a fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. That one.
Fireball!
is this one.
Like how? Why am I the DM, man? I'm like the worst at math out of everybody here.
I'm pretty good at math.
You're decent.
Bad at math.
I'm decent.
Okay, we're good. All right. So and then does Spirit Guardians hit anything right now?
It's on their turn.
Okay, on their turn. Okay. Anything else that we need to take care of? We need to resolve on your turn.
Yes, the creature that is directly in front of me with the purple cloak
Okay.
one, has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks before the start of my next turn.
Okay. Sounds good.
You attack it.
I will do my best.
All right.
Explosion. No, I'm gonna go
But they
Okay,
are
so red guy, he can move. So he's gonna go. Actually, let me make it real quick. Nope, he felt that. So that's exactly where he's gonna go. And then this guy can move, but it's not his turn. So this guy here is gonna do. He is gonna roll the strength check. He fails. He's still grappled. So red guy is going to make his.
If it's the start of their turn, they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Within range, 15 feet.
Within 15 feet of Patrice.
He failed.
So he needs to take 3d6 damage of radiant.
Okay, roll it.
3d8. I'll roll it.
Well, of course, it's your damage. You roll it.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That's going to be 18.
Okay, he's still kicking, but barely.
What about the red individual?
Oh my god. No, that was the.
That was the red.
And then you said the other one that failed its grapple?
But I don't think he's within 15 feet of you.
Is that the blue one?
Nope, actually, he is. So the white one. Go ahead. How much was that? 18, you said?
The first one was 18. The next one is 14.
So the red guy is going to make 3 attacks with his scimitar.
Are either of them on fire? I don't remember which one saved.
I don't either.
One of them has already made a roll.
Black, yellow, and yellow are all on fire. Red,
Yeah, so red is not.
The back row was the
purple, red, and white guy all.
So
I had to remember their positions.
Scald,
Yes.
his 3 attacks are an 18, a 22,
Yeah.
and a natural 20.
Oh, fuck. I'm dead.
Oh, drink, motherfucker,
Motherfucker,
drink, motherfucker,
Are you
drink.
marking these nat 20s?
I have been.
Hold on 1 second. I need to look something up real quick.
I am concentrating.
We're level 7, is that right?
8.
8? Okay.
So that would be a total of 21 points of slashing damage.
21? Okay. I am still alive.
Yeah.
But I just want to check one thing real quick. I think it's something that I
More than
don't
a third of my
have
health.
yet.
What constitution?
Oh, wait, these are out.
It's just over a
This is
third. I'm at 60.
not quite
56.
I rolled an 8 for this one. I got max health this round. It makes up for the 2 I had earlier.
It's nice when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Left, I had more.
Cool.
I couldn't remember if I had this feature from our subclass we built yet or not, and I do not yet have it. So,
Cool. Sounds good, man.
1 damage.
21, yep. Now, this yellow guy, the other yellow guy who is both on fire and grappled.
Oh, wait. I actually am going to do something to that guy.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to, when he stabs me with that nat 20, I look him in the eyes, and, well, my one eye looks him in both of his eyes, and I snarl in some otherworldly language.
It's demonic.
Yeah. And I tell him his motherfucked goats. And it needs to make a dexterity saving throw against my DC of 16.
Well, it's 17 on the die.
All right, it's saved. So it takes half the damage. Wait. Okay, that was 4. It takes 12 damage. And
Nice.
cold damage. And as I snarl this insult at it in this otherworldly language, ice rimes its ears and spreads across the sides of its head, coming out of its ears.
So as you watch as the ice surrounds its ears, and then you see him. He clearly doesn't understand what you said, but it's very intimidating. And as he starts to shake, all of a sudden you watch as blood starts to squirt out of his ears, and it's melting the ice that goes with it because of the heat of the blood as he falls down dead.
Oh!
You died?
Said.
That's an epic use of a spell slot.
Worth it, yeah.
That was totally worth that spell slot.
Hellish Rebuke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, all right, next up, this is a different. It's funny because it's going to seem like it's the same order, but it's not. Next up is going to be this yellow guy and the other guy at the end. So yellow guy, he's the one that's on fire and grappled. He rolled. He's going to try and knock out the fire. What does he need to roll, Dustin? He failed.
D6.
It's a 4 on the dice.
That's 4 fire damage.
Okay.
That's his action.
It's real good to know.
I know you don't really do
Yeah, that's
magic.
his action. So there's really nothing else you can do. Next though is going to be this blue guy. He hasn't really nothing. He's taken damage, but that's about it. He's going to come here, and he is going to take a swing at Sark with his scimitar. So he's got 3 attacks. He's probably gonna. That one might hit.
A wisdom saving throw.
He needs a wisdom save.
Yes.
He moved within 15 feet of Patrice.
Oh, Morgan,
Wait,
when
hold
you
on. Hold on,
Sorry.
real quick. It's the start of his turn, right?
Or if he moves within the range.
Yeah, when they enter it.
Okay. Thank you.
first entering it, or if they start within it.
Okay. And what were you going to say, John?
I need to make concentration saves.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
So just let me know what the numbers were, and I'll roll those.
Well, I didn't remember. You didn't remember, so we'll get it on the next round. So
Alright,
don't
sounds-
worry about it, or the next attack. So if we don't remember it, that's just the way it is. Sometimes it happens.
That happens.
So you said wisdom save?
Correct. Oh shit.
Christ, that's a 10.
He takes 17 radiant damage.
Damn.
As the skulls swirl around, and they just pummel him, boom, 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 and all of a sudden he just collapses.
Bye.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Holy shit.
So as we wrap up round 1 here,
Right?
Go, Sid gets to go.
it's Sid's turn.
So
Oh my
Sid,
god.
after feeling pretty accomplished with
Goddamn. The mining.
the mining, she's going to quicken and transmutate and slam her hammer into the ground and open up a crevasse of acid.
They're lined up.
Oh my god.
He's gonna hit all 4.
They all need to make a dexterity
Wait,
saving.
there was too much going on. I didn't hear what happened.
Sorry. Sid's doing a line of acid across all
Okay.
4 sides. They all need to make a dex save.
Jesus Christ.
Love this. I love this.
No, all 8. Yeah. All 8 of those. All 8 d6s. Yeah.
So the highest one is a 13. The lowest is another natural 1.
Oh my god. Drink, motherfucker.
So I gotta pour more whiskey for
Pour more
myself.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Hold on. Natural 1, you said?
Yeah.
Alright, 12. Oh shit.
I have to pour myself a shot as well.
I'm glad I got
I'm drinking Reposado tequila though.
22.
I think
Plus
mezcal might
6.
The Palmer Peak anniversary whiskey is growing on me.
22 plus 6 is
28.
Still love
28.
Scott.
They all take 28
Mezcal's
damage of
just so
acid.
goddamn good.
That's what I did.
It's so good.
We both rolled 28 damage on our
Nice.
d6s.
Dude. Just running roughshod over these dudes.
So that was a.
That first attack, I was like,
action.
we're fucked. And now I'm like, we're gonna mop the floor with these assholes down.
I think it's the one guy that's gonna be like us and him. We're like, you should have just turned around.
Yeah, exactly. Your buddy poked me and now I'm
Oh
mad.
shit.
Is anybody else
I
concentrating?
also
or
do
concentrating?
plus 5 acid damage to that. on roll one dice roll. Does that hit all of them?
That's a dice roll. It's a dice roll of.
Does it hit all of them, or is it just one attack?
I mean, I would assume it.
What's
It's-
this thing?
it's
You
my-
need one
it's
roll
my
for
class.
damage. For
Yeah.
all of them.
It
So
would be
So if the attack hits multiple creatures, it's the same thing. So you would add 5 to it. So don't worry about it. I got it.
plus 5 to all
33?
of the damage.
33. I
It's
forgot.
not, it's not plus 5 for each die that you roll.
No, I know it's not plus. I just didn't know if it hit all of them. That affects
Oh, yeah, no,
Okay.
definitely.
I mean, it does, but you don't have to add it.
I forgot about
Make
that
it plus
class
5
feature.
per person you get.
That was
Right.
very
So
good.
as this chasm of acid opens, you watch as the one directly in front of you, Sid, still stands.
Okay.
The other 3, you watch as from the feet up, they begin to dissolve into this pinkish goo that is
Love it.
just tan and pink, and then it's caustic, so it burns some of the skin too, so there's a little bit of black rolled in there as well.
We didn't kill nobody. There's no bodies.
Right?
Residuum left. There's no evidence.
There's no evidence. Nothing happened.
I should. If
They
anything,
disappeared.
also is ignitable. It bursts into flame. I
Yeah.
guess.
So
Half of them are putting on fire.
everyone is already on fire, dude, so chill out.
Guys,
This is
So-
very.
I was gonna see you guys have done so well, we're just gonna keep rolling to this. So L, you're up. Top of the round.
Wait, I was a bonus action. I'm gonna take a hammer swing at the guy in front of me. Next to
You
me.
can't do that as a bonus action.
No,
No,
you
that-
can't.
Bonus action. I quickened.
No, yeah, you quickened his spell. Or did you? So
Yeah, so
So
the
you
spell was his
actually-
bonus action.
Because I can use multiple.
you can do your 2 attacks.
You can do both of
Well,
them.
this
it's
is-
a single attack.
Let me clarify. I can
Oh,
use
right.
multiple.
Jesus, okay.
So quicken
Uh,
reduces the time on your spell. So
I
if it
can
would
do
it's not a bonus action.
multiple.
Only certain one.
You can cast a spell as a bonus action. You can't use your bonus action to attack.
Yeah.
You can't use. You can. There's only certain.
That's right. We'll just say it's my turn. I can't remember. I'll look something up. But just keep going, Morgan.
You
All right,
can't.
L, you're up.
I was gonna look over at the new chasm of acid and just go, I want some of that. Not gonna try to take any yet. Instead,
It was like there's 2 guys left. Right. I'm gonna start collecting this acid.
Yeah, exactly. They'll handle this. I want some of that shit.
well, just high enough on my wisdom check to not do it.
That's good. That's good.
Which one of the ones that are left looks less injured?
The guy that is the black one.
Okay. In that case, I was gonna reach into his pouch, flip a ring over, and use catapult.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So is Sid in the way?
It's not SOA. That
That's
L.
L. That's the ways above it.
L. Yeah. Sid is definitely in the way.
Okay. In that case, I'll walk over to the edge of the chasm of acid.
So like right there.
No, that's the ways above.
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry.
names are
My
underneath.
bad.
I just moved L.
Perfect. My bad.
I'm gonna go just horizontal, 25 feet. Yeah.
Here?
Yep.
That's
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, perfect.
And then that should clear my line of
Clears
sight.
you, yep.
As he skips gleefully over there.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
With his hammer, just like
Frolicking along to launch a pebble.
I picture this tiny little gnome, hammer on the shoulder, and just kind of
skipping his way
Yeah.
along.
Yeah. Like,
You know, in the music video Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
that's what's happening.
I definitely have the original Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was thinking about the wrong thing. Object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet. If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. So it gets a dex save instead of an attack.
Guess what it is?
That's one.
I am rolling like a player.
Fucking drink.
Drink,
Yay,
motherfucker.
drink,
Drink,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
I just poured another drink, Morgan, so that's perfect.
Perfect timing.
Solid.
Cheers.
Okay. So he takes full damage then, which is
It's good. It's good stuff.
19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still up.
This Colorado single
I
malt
like
from
it.
Balmer Peak is great.
All
Okay.
right. Anything else you want to do, Al?
Let me
Before Sark pulls out the mop.
Stone
double
guy's gonna go
check. I
first.
don't think this is a bonus action, but
Fine.
I am so not going to get a second turn.
No.
I did nothing in this fight.
I got there.
no, I'm done.
I fired somebody and they didn't use it.
It's fine. I
Jared.
have a mild plan.
I know.
We'll see if it works.
I mean,
He
the
killed
grasp
4
of
things.
Sedna is very effective.
Okay.
Basically.
So this guy here, he is going to attack Sark with his 3 spear attacks. Okay, here we go. I've got a 25, a 26, and a 14.
Damn.
First 2 hit.
On Sark?
21.
So ridiculous.
The first one is going to be 12 points of piercing, and the second one is going to be 13 points, so a total of 25.
12 and 13?
Yep.
25.
So that is his turn. He's going to stop, but next up is return to Sark.
Is he within my range? Because he needs to roll a wisdom save.
Okay. So that's a 7.
He takes 18 radiant damage.
I'm gonna punch him with a pad. Yes.
Right.
Everybody pick up his body and just take it with us to throw him in
Right,
the ocean.
Yeah, you don't get to punch him. He the skulls swirl around him and just pummel him and bite his spear in 2.
You can still punt him into the acid.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it was a temporary.
This specific spell, yeah.
Now it's Sark's turn.
There's another guy to punch.
There's still somebody left.
Yep. I'm gonna move up 10 feet. So I'm standing opposite. Yep. And just unload 4 attacks on this dude.
Okay.
Advantage?
Yep.
Yep.
22 to hit.
Yep.
17 to hit for the second one.
Yes.
18 to hit for the
Yep.
third.
Nat 20.
And a nat 1.
A nat 20 and a nat 1.
Oh my god.
Fuck a drink. I'm gonna have to pour myself some soon too.
This may be the most amount of nat 1s and nat 20s that we've ever had in one single thing.
So that's 28. So that's.
Are we going to mark both of those? I think we should mark both of those.
I think you should mark both of those.
Yeah. They both happened.
Yeah, they both happen.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I need 1.
One.
Okay. 17, 20, 22 plus 5 is 42
Oh
points
my
of
God.
bludgeoning damage.
All right, tell me how this ends.
Ooh.
I'm going to do the combat slide to knock his feet up.
Ooh.
Spin to drive a knee up as he comes down, and then just double hammer fist him into the ground.
Yeah, so you as you come in and do that slide, you get that kick, but you come in with enough force that you actually lift him off the ground. And so as you come back up and you hit him with that knee, it kind of lifts him up and come back down with both fists coming straight down. And as you hit, you also slam him into the ground. And you hit him with enough force that you actually hear bones crack and just snap as he falls and collapses. And just you hear that last bit of breath just kind of as he dies.
Sark's
And-
going to spin it and look at it and go, I think that was only half a Sarka power. And then get ready to move on.
And that's where we're going to end it this week, and we'll pick up next session with the ramifications of that fight. So
That was real good.
that was really good. It was a real good round and a half fight. That was really fun. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this adventure of cooperative storytelling. We love the fact that you're here with us. We do want to say, for those of you who are pops out there, happy Father's Day, as this is dropping on Father's Day. So to those here in the group, we have a couple of dads, so happy Father's Day to you guys. Also, Juneteenth is tomorrow as you're listening to this. We do want to celebrate the official kind of end of slavery. Don't want to get too much more into that because I will go on a rant. But yeah, so we want to celebrate both those things, dads and the actual return to dignity of a good chunk of our America population. So with that, I don't think, does anyone have anything they want to plug before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you as always. Our links are in the show notes. Just go ahead and click that. It'll say interwebby things here. We thank you as always for joining us. And until next time, drink well.
Drink well.